Today has not been a good day at all. It actually started Monday because I have more clients for dog training, which means more masking and scripting and just feeling utterly exhausted afterwards every day. And then last night I couldn't find my night guard, so I had to sleep without a night guard, grinding my teeth, and I just had work done. I had the night before gone to a church thing where they were blessing the animals, and I wanted to take my service dog in training, and so I did that, and I even sat down alone with a little ice cream after, and then hightailed it out. But for me, that is like a really big deal, and I just something I really wanted, and I knew I would pay for it later. And I got home, and that was piled on top of all the new clients I have. And so I was absolutely exhausted, not physically, but, talking to people, trying to express myself, trying to understand people, and I needed the money, so I did take that. So I took on a little more clients, and I've been driving in a lot from client to client, and so that's been like a whole week of stuff, and I couldn't find the night guard, so I had to sleep without it, grinding my teeth through the night. I couldn't find, my mom wanted me to go to the store with her. Well, back up a little bit. It's Sunday morning, and somehow either I didn't set my alarm or I set it and then fell back asleep. I'm not sure which happened, but I missed Mass. Now, I have been going to Mass every Sunday since I started, and as someone with autism, I have my daily schedule, I have my weekly schedule, and my weekly schedule is really just centered around Sunday. I go to Mass, and then I feel much better throughout the week. So I also was kind of proud of myself for making it through going every week. So it was all good and pleasant. None of it was hard, like physically or, trying to figure something out I didn't know. And the people were all nice. That's beside the point. For me to do that all week and not have that at the end, that Sunday at Mass, makes it stay there. And I don't get I get a release when I go to Mass. And it's like I can start over every week instead of it building up week after week. And I've been going through other things. My debit card got hacked. And for some reason, my new one hasn't showed up. My Facebook account got hacked, and they charged a bunch on there, but they said a bunch. And they said I'm getting the money back. I need to start getting paperwork ready for the Renaissance Festival. I just have a lot going on, and when I go to Mass, I always feel better and more confident in my abilities to get things done, and stay organized. So I woke up late, very late, and I thought, but I still felt, I still felt very exhausted, even though I'd slept for a very long time. And I knew I still can't get my printer Wi-Fi. I'm just having so many problems with so many things that is building up, and I miss Mass. I can't find my night guard. I found these. Had lost these, and when I go to Mass, I always take the little itinerary, and I keep those because I can count how long I've been going to Mass, how many Masses I've been to. And I also need it to go back because sometimes it says when, our priest is going on vacation, and sometimes I need to refer back. I'm doing my best. I'm putting on my bestest mask, my bestest script for my week of dog training. And I get up late, and I'm looking for my night guard, and I told my mom, and she helped look for it a little bit. I found my old one that the dog had already eaten, and this is what I have left. I'm supposed to be getting a new one soon. The one I lost is a temporary, but I need it, because if I don't wear something, I'm going to ruin all the dental work I just had done. Thousands of dollars. And so she wanted to go to the store and asked me if I wanted to go. Well, I said I have to go to Walmart to get another temporary night guard, but I'll use this broken, decrepit one. So we're gonna go to the smaller grocery store down the street. And I said, okay, but she didn't say when. And I watched Mass on my YouTube for half an hour, and then went to put my socks and shoes on and couldn't find my socks. And I used to not care when our puppy, she's 10 months old, would steal my socks, but these were special socks, the seamless socks that I really like, and I really wanted to wear those because I knew I could tell that today was a day I need to, be very careful about sensory overload, because I could feel a meltdown brewing, like a major, major meltdown brewing. So I wanted to keep everything as soft and quiet as possible. So I wear my most comfortable jeans and a t-shirt, and I don't have my socks. And I have other pairs, but they don't go together. I needed the purple ones to go with the shirt. And that's the shirt I'm wearing, by golly. And so I was just getting more and more frustrated and trying to keep a lid on it. I was doing my absolute and uttermost best not to have a meltdown. And we get in the car, and she told me to put my seatbelt on. I'm 53. She said, put your seatbelt on, and I said, no. I mean, we were just going down the street, and I just didn't want, seatbelts are very uncomfortable for me. I don't like the way they fit on my waist. I wear them. I do wear a seatbelt, but I just couldn't. For this 2-minute drive down the road, I said no. And so we got to the store, and she got out of the car and just walked off way ahead of me, like she didn't want to be with me. And I'm like, well, she's pissed off at me, and I don't know why, because I'm here doing my best to not start yelling and screaming and stomping and throwing. I'm like really trying to hold on and keep a lid on it. And so we're in the store, and she did her shopping. We usually stick together. She just walked off without me, and I got my stuff, paid for it, and sat down and waited for her. And we got back in the car, and I said, are you mad at me? She's like, yeah. And I asked, why? She goes, well, you say no to not put on your seatbelt like a child. And then, and I'm like trying to explain to her, that I'm trying to do my best here and keep calm. I'm just having a really bad day. Things are not jiving. And she's like, well, it just seems like you take it out on me. And I don't know what she's talking about, because I was up in my room the whole freaking time. All morning and afternoon until we went down to get to the store. And so I tried to explain to her, I'm like, you have to consider what I'm going through every day, trying to, I said, trying my best to act like, to be like a normal, regular person, like everyone else, and it's a struggle every day. She's like, well, I have my things too. I said, I know you do, but do you have autism? Do you have bipolar disorder? Do you have ADHD? I'm working with that every day. And I don't know how she could be so mad at me when I was upstairs the whole time. Trying, when I feel like I'm about to have a big meltdown, I avoid people on purpose so I don't take any, so I don't direct any of that towards them. And so I was up in my room just chilling, watching the mess on YouTube, and and I don't know, she's just never done that before. She's done like taking it out on me before, and there were times before I knew what I was dealing with, I would have massive meltdowns, and whoever was there got it. And I told her today, I said, that when I spend time away from you and am irritable, it's because I don't want to have a full-on meltdown and say something mean or like, you think I'm taking it out on you, but in fact I'm upstairs trying to not have a complete meltdown. And I don't think she understands exactly what a meltdown is. It's not just a bad mood. It's not feeling irritable. It's just something really hard to describe to someone who doesn't experience autistic meltdowns. And she's like the only person I have. And so it's because I do care for her that I was staying upstairs. But now there's a part of me that's really, really, really angry at her for not discerning the disorder in me. I'm not taking anything out on anybody. If anything, I'm the one that feels the worst out of the whole situation when I get upset, have a meltdown. You might not like it, and if you're there, it might make you uncomfortable, but you can't even begin to know what it's like for me. It's like a lot worse. Not being able to control yourself. And I had been doing this, act of, I was just absolutely exhausted yesterday and the day before, and I had to do dog training, and I had to put on this act, and it made me feel twice as exhausted. And so I get to yesterday when we had the animal blessing and the ice cream social afterwards, and I wore my loops, but they're not as good as my headphones. But I felt weird wearing my headphones, and so I didn't mind so much the blessing part because it was outside and open, and my service dog in training was with me, so there was the distraction of that. Then the ice cream social was in their big giant metal barn, like a airplane hangar, and all the voices were echoing throughout, and it was unbearable. I got a tiny bit of ice cream and sat down alone. I just ate it to be polite. And went home. And just that interaction on top of the whole week, I was just flat out exhausted. I think that's why I missed Mass. Because I couldn't get up in the morning. I woke up at 11:30, still exhausted. And not physically. It's like burnout exhausted. So I just got my water. We got home. I got my water, went right back up to my room because if she can't understand that I'm doing my best and that she could never know what it feels like. And I know she has her own things, but she doesn't have my things. Anyway, that's been my day. My smartwatch died, so I'm like in the Stone Age. Because I charged my dental work on my credit card and I don't want to spend any more money. I don't know, I just don't. I'm trying to see her point of view. And I know there was a time before I knew what an autistic meltdown was and I was having them. I did take things out on her because she was the one that was there, and I know it was awful for her. But now I know what it is and why it happens and what to do. And what to do is to just let me spend some time alone or just, in a quiet environment, and I'll get through it, hopefully, without screaming and throwing things and slamming things. And I do, every night when I pray my rosary, I pray how thankful I am and grateful I am with everything she does for me. And I say thank you to her all the time for little things and big things. So I'm really, really confused as to why she's mad at me. When I'm actually doing the right thing. I mean, it's something I have no control over, except for if I can catch it in time before it escalates. So now I feel like the only person I have is not there for me anymore. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. So I don't know how this is gonna end. We're watching this TV show together, and twice she's gone and watched it without me. It was like our favorite show to watch together. I'm like, I go downstairs, she's already on season 3. And I had already asked her, I want to watch it with you. Can you not watch it on your own so we can watch it together? So, whatever. I mean, I pay her a good amount of money for rent and utilities and everything. I'm not living off of my mother. We're living together because neither of us could afford to live alone. And I have the upstairs for my living area, and she has the downstairs, and we use the living room and kitchen and bathroom, both of us. We have pets. I pay for all of the pets' care, which is even added to what you know, most people wouldn't pay that much for an animal every month. But, I was like trying to explain to her that I have these issues and I'm doing my best. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes if you're there, it might seem like I'm taking it out on you. But today, I was upstairs the whole time, so I don't understand how just because I wouldn't put on my seatbelt because I was, like, really cranky. And I just didn't want to be any more crankier. And just, like, 2 minutes down the street. Just because of that, she won't talk to me. Like, whatever. My point is really that we have to remember when other people say stuff or react to us a certain way because of how we have to live our lives for it not to be completely horrid. That a lot of people aren't going to get it. They aren't going to get why you can't change your plans spontaneously, or why today you need to stay home and be quiet and calm because you need that rest, or you're just going to add more onto the pile and you're going to explode somewhere in the public, and that's going to be embarrassing. I have done it. They're going to understand that, and no matter how much you try to describe it or explain it. So, well, I'm done with this rant, so I'll talk to you later.